Hey, good morning, everyone. What is going on? Hope everyone's good today. Hey, Shayak. Morning, Thomas. Nice looking channel on the Nasdaq, especially. I think I will buy a pullback if we get there. Hey, Toad. Yes, doesn't look quite as clean, the channel. But I think I still gotta buy a pullback if it gets to the EMA. Targeting a pullback here. We have a decent channel working up. It looks better on the Nasdaq, but because it is nice and confirmed on the Nasdaq, that does support my buying here. Looks really good on the 10,000 tick chart. Looks really clean. So we are going to take it. See if we can get all the way down to the EMA or the channel line. Maybe this is more like this, because I think that this is a bottom wick on the 10,000 tick chart. So I think we'll draw it like that. We may also get a clean second entry long here. Nasdaq not even close to the EMA yet, hasn't even really pulled back at all. Hey, good morning, Candlestick. I think I can probably get a better price on this because the Nasdaq has, oh, sorry. On the ES, I think I can get a better price because the Nasdaq has quite a ways to go to drop. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get a little bit better price, moving my limit back a bit. And then if I don't get filled, I might have to chase it a little bit. We'll see. Kind of depends on how we react at the EMA. Yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty strong. I think I will keep it here at the EMA. Hey, Matt, good morning. Candlestick, what am I? Ask, what am I trying to do? Trying to buy here. Trying to buy. You can see the type of order right here. Buy limit. Want to get a good price on it though, and again, the Nasdaq has quite a ways to go down, so the ES might have a bigger correction here. Come on, little buddy. Never touched the EMA, unfortunately. Hopefully it doesn't just go up from here. Just need one little more move down. Looks like it might go on without us here. Which is okay. We want prices to come back down to where we want. We don't want to chase anything. And the highest price that I would accept would be an EMA touch. We still might get it. It still might come down for us. But one good thing is we haven't broke the channel yet, so we could still get another opportunity here. The Nasdaq as well is still within the channel. we'll have to reassess this move here in a minute once we get a new swing high and start pulling back again. I do want to see it get all the way up into here. Then our channel would be even more confirmed. Candlestick says, I assume you assume it's gonna hit today's high before it crashes. I don't even think you're guaranteed that it's a sure thing that's gonna crash. Could just keep going up all day. We don't know. All I'm assuming is that this is a great looking upward channel, and I think this will continue until it has a break and a new high. So had a pull back here, and was hoping to buy, even if it broke, we'd still be in that thing. I don't think you're gonna get the moon, unfortunately, Thomas. I hope so. For your sake, I hope you get the moon, but this is not moon kind of price action. Pretty up and down, mostly range like. Oh, I forgot to reload my data this morning. Don't think it's going to change anything. How the bars look. Hey, good morning, Gregory. Yeah, you bet, Candlestick. I didn't reach the high of that channel, so I don't feel as confident buying here. We also have market open in 10 minutes. Landed in your backyard. Well, at least you're in your backyard and, you know, not crash landed on a strange and new continent or something. All right. I still like the Nasdaq more. A lot stronger. Hasn't pulled back to the EMA yet. But if we can get that, I'm still a buyer. We got market open in 9 minutes. And at 10 a.m. today, we do have ISM Services PMI, which should be a volatile event. Come on, ES, get up into here. Give me a little bit more confidence in this channel. Once you start seeing space like this, that can often be the weakening and then the eventual rollover So you want to see good, healthy movement between the extremes in the channel. And you can have a lot more confidence when it breaks that it's just a break that will eventually get a new high. Seven minutes to market open. Yes, correct, Thomas. News at 7 my time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. 10 a.m. market time. Hey, Steven. Good morning. Good morning. I think the best setup here is going to be on the Nasdaq. It's looking a lot cleaner. And I will be, hopefully, we can get a pullback. That's what I'm looking for. Like to see that get to the EMA. Nice. ES moving up too. This is perfect. That's helping out our case, showing that this channel is confirmed and strong. That's what we want. 3 minutes to the open too, so this could be a quick one here. Nice continued move up here. Toad asking if we expect mostly chop before the news. We'll see. We'll see. This is a nice move over the last hour. I could easily see this continuing. Market open's going to tell us a lot. Nice continued push. I love it. I love it. Love it. I don't want to see a big bearish hammer on this pullback. All right, that's acceptable. We could take that one. Morning, Matthew. There we go. Market is open. I'm getting ready to buy here. If we can get back to that EMA. The Nasdaq continuing higher, not even offering a pullback. Come on, baby, come on down. The Nasdaq still has so much room to pull back that it just feels like it's going to drag the ES quite a ways down when it does. Want to get a really good price on this one. This might be a traditional second entry here, actually. Kind of a doji type bar. Alright, I think we're gonna take this here. Alright, we're in long on the ES, unfortunately. Oops, gotta move that down. Although, probably expect it to go a little higher than just a one tick new high. Once it makes a new high, I'll trail my stop a little tighter. The Nasdaq is primed for a pullback. Hopefully that doesn't take us too much farther lower. Okay, I'm getting ready here. Once we make a new high, I'm going to start trailing this tight. There it is. Going to trail it underneath that bar. I'm going to give it a little bit of room. Once that bar closes, I'll trail underneath. Okay, there we go. Come on, baby. Launch up. Let's go. Just get crazy. I'll probably trail below each bar. I'm gonna give this one though, because it could tick lower here and then continue higher. The Nasdaq's still just floating. Hey Matthew, yeah, totally is, totally is. Nice, look at that. Cool. And trade underneath that bar. We will just continue to do so. I think from here I'm going to give it a lot more room to breathe because this is looking like a really nice uptrend. The Nasdaq has not even pulled back yet. So I'm gonna give this thing room to run. It could continue higher for quite a while, and if it comes all the way back and stops me out here, that's totally fine. That's still more than a 1-to-1 risk, so totally good with me. I would rather take that smaller win and have the opportunity to get a really big one. Here's the overnight high. So watching this level a bit, Nasdaq's already above its overnight high. Okay, so getting rejected to that overnight high. And the Nasdaq looks like it might pull back. So I think I'm going to get, I take profits here. At least trail it underneath this. Nope, Nasdaq didn't pull back. I think I'm going to keep it back where it is for now. As long as that overnight high holds, we should be good. This should run for a bit more. Yeah, baby, there we go. All right, that's kind of an impulsive move that could be reversed. So at some point, I'm gonna sneak my stop up here. Yeah, for sure, Thomas. Definitely get more entries with this strategy because I'm not concerned with the exact combination of bars. Can be a little bit more free in my entries. I'm moving my stop up there. That impulsive green bar just immediately reversed, didn't even close on its high, so not a great sign. The Nasdaq's starting to pull back as well. And speaking of which, I would take a long entry on the Nasdaq. I'm kind of eyeing that. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. Yes, it is a good feeling to have some ownership over my own strategy for sure. Jenna, yes, I will. I will. While we're letting this develop, and we could get stopped out on any minute, but wanna be looking for some possibility. Ooh, look at that secondary channel. That could very well be the case. Or another possibility is let's see if this fits to include, oh yeah, even better. Okay, it looks like we are going to be taking profit here. I kind of want to give it more room, but this is right around the overnight high. This could be an area where it fails. So I'm going to take profit there. And there we go, folks. One trade in the bag. That was, let's see. That was about $800, I think, on that one per account. Tempted to buy on the Nasdaq right here. The only problem is we're coming off that overnight level. I'm really tempted to buy here. Yeah, how much is this? Okay, we're gonna buy the Nas. No, 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 no. Don't run away from me. Okay, there we go. We're long the Nas. Figure out where my stop goes. The only sketch part is that we're just coming off that overnight high, so that could be a level that just turns into a range, but we'll try it right there. Long the Nasdaq. See if we can get another push up here. This level is key. We're right at that overnight high. Don't want to see that rejection. And that is not what we want to see. But we're going to give it room to work out. And even if we lose this one, we will still be in profit on the day. want that EMA to hold. The ES is moving up quite nice. It looks like it might make a new high. Kind of kicking myself I didn't give that one more room, but it's all good. Come on, overnight high, hold. We do have news in 15 minutes. If we get closer to that, I will, and we're still in the position, I will likely just close it out wherever we are. Yeah, I could definitely show that trade, Matthew. If you just go to yesterday's stream, it's still on my channel, and it happened at the last half hour, and I was in it for a while, so it'll be easy to find. Okay, we want this bar to close green. If it can get above that that little swing high, even better. Potential failed second entry short, yeah, for sure. The Nasdaq is seeming a little bit heavy. We're going to be in good shape if we can close above this swing high with conviction, and that was not it. There we go. We just need to close above that level. That's going to be really nice. Contemplating moving my stop up here, and I think I will. So reducing my risk on the trade. I'm now at a better, I'm like a 1 to 2 risk to reward or so. So even if we lose, we're still going to be very green on the day. I'm going to give this trade another 5 to 7 minutes, because then we will be in news territory. I do not want to hold this thing through the news release. Here we go, Nas. Come on, baby. The ES is very close to making a new high. If the ES makes a new high, and the Nasdaq and starts to drop, then I'm just going to take profits on the Nasdaq. There we go. Nice. This is looking good. Okay, I'm gonna give this trade another 2 minutes or so to work out. And I don't want to get caught in the news volatility, which can start even before the news release. Those algos can start firing up. Thanks, Thomas. Hey, look, the main thing is just consistency. Like the dollar amount doesn't really matter, to be honest. And if you get fixated on that, it'll be a hard road, because that will lead to bad leveraging and trading decisions. So if you can consistently make money every day, every week, every month, that's what you're going for, even if it's not, you know, a lot. That Sax guy, what's going on? Why don't I cover my entry? I might. I mean, I don't think there's a risk of it getting all the way down to my entry at this point. Come on, they're so close there, buddy. So close there, little fella. 10 minutes. I did say I was gonna close the trade, didn't I? We're like a tick away. Come on. There we go. Okay. Cool. Got that one as well, folks. So, great. 2-0 before 10 a.m. That's solid. And yeah, we do have 10 minutes till the news, so we're going to need to sit on those hands for a bit. So make sure you are flat. It's gonna get a little wonky here. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Toad. It should have been a continuation of the first trade, honestly. I'll pull that up here now that we have the time. So yeah, this channel is still in play. The only thing that was freaking me out was that this is the overnight high. If we didn't have that key level in there, I would have just let this ride and would be looking to take profit in here somewhere on this new high. But yeah, I entered right here, and then we had this move above the overnight high and started to move below it a bit, so I got out right here. And then I switched over to the Nasdaq for that second trade. And the reason I felt more confident in the Nasdaq, even though it was also coming down off the overnight high, was that this channel was just so clean. I mean, perfect fitting of that channel, nice tight price action. And then this was the first break of it. So even though we're at that overnight high, you still expect to get a new high there, versus the ES was, you know, it wasn't a super nice tight channel. Like we even had this channel that had a break a new high, and this is the widened version of it. There's a lot of up and downs. It didn't look as clean, but of course hindsight is 2020, and I probably should have just taken it anyway. Yeah, you're nailing it, Matthew. That is essentially the strategy, waiting for the right context for a second entry or a range play. I haven't done one of those yet on stream, but yeah, waiting for the perfect context for either trend continuation, like a second entry, or a range play, and then just entering basically at the EMA, or just on the pullback around the EMA. Even if it goes lower, that's even better often. And then I risk the appropriate amount, meaning I target, like for a second entry, let's say I target the high of that move, and then it's just a 1-to-1 risk to reward. So very simple strategy. And the idea is that, first of all, it's 1-to-1 risk. So it's essentially, you know, even if you're just flipping coins, you're gonna break even. But then having the edge of waiting for the right context to do so makes it more than a 50-50 shot. So it gives you that edge. And then, you know, I'm adjusting my risk as price moves in my direction so that my risk to reward is even better. So yeah, that's the strategy. That's the edge. I'm really enjoying it because it does offer a lot more entries. Not that quantity of entries is really important, but there's so many times when the context is right for a trade, but the bars don't set up, and so you can't really enter. Like on that Nasdaq trade, for instance, there was no real solid second entry to be seen. You know, you had this move down, and then you could have waited for, yeah, all you just needed was one more move down like that to get confirmation. Never happened, and it just drifted to a new high. The ES actually did have some price action setups, some past setups. It had like first entry, second entry. This is like a higher low confirmation, so you can take that, and then also the failed second entry short. So there actually were setups there. But oftentimes this happens like on the Nasdaq, where it's the perfect context. You know it's going to make a new high, but the bars don't like confirm it with a specific pattern. But I want to get in on those anyway, you know, and still doing the second entry long, of course, as well. Exactly. Yeah, I'm still doing that as well. And what I should have done, of course, again, hindsight is 2020. And I'm still working on adding that, like being able to do both at the same time. What I should have done on the ES is, well, not only probably entered here just on that pullback, but then when I saw that higher low, enter on that and just trade that traditionally. So that would have given me a shot to be in on that S&P move. But anyway, learning process. This is still relatively new to me. All right, so we got 3 minutes till the news, folks. Again, be flat for this. You're gonna wanna. All right, I got the EMI numbers pulled up. They're going to be released here in 2 minutes. It will be interesting to see what happens. Zooming back on the daily chart. I'm on the 10K tick here. That's interesting. It also looks like, yeah, breaking new high of that channel. On the daily chart, we are still in the pullback of this incredible move that we have had since the end of October. Just been a massive, massive bullish move. And this is the first pullback, really, that we've had in it. And so if I was entering on the daily, this is definitely where I'd go. Let's see what the risk would be for that. Maybe I can get in on that. So if I was going to risk this on the daily, oof, man, oh man, $5,000 risk, 100 point risk. Yeah, can't do that. But I could do it with an MES contract. I might throw that on. It would be a swing trade though, because you know, that's gonna take, if it gets to a new high, that could be a couple weeks. Yeah, I couldn't do it on an Apex account. I'd have to do it on my personal account. Can't swing trade with Apex. Oop, here's the news. Look at those computers go. Okay, ISM came in lower than expected. So why would that be a good thing, you might ask? Why is the market going up? I don't know. Nah. Any poor economic news confirms the Fed's decision to cut rates. When you see really strong economic news in this environment, you're going to see the market drop, because that means that they can continue to cut rates if the economy is strong, if folks have jobs, if spending is good, etc., etc. So yeah, bad news is good news. Good news is bad news currently. We will eventually get back to a time when good news is good news and bad news is bad news, but now it's not it right now. Up is down, down is up. Stranger Things is ruling the world. Upside down, friends. Head it up, man. This is skyrocketing here. That's good. We might have another opportunity for a long. We're going to identify a larger channel here in a minute. Man, what a crazy move here. Okay, so let's check out what we got here. Let's see if we can identify anything. What I'm seeing is a secondary channel, but that has an overshoot. And then if you go like this, it seems too wide. I mean, but it looks good. It looks really good. So I think maybe we'll stick with this initially. Throw a midline on there. I think that would be helpful with how wide this thing is. Let's see if the Nasdaq gives the same. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look great, but for sure a strong move. Interesting that it's not going up as much on the Nasdaq relatively. Oh, it says, when my channel has 10K subscribers, I hope you remember your first 100. We could be like Joe's Nights or something. I love it. I love it. Yep, you guys will always be the OGs for sure. Joe's Nights. I'm down with that. Jeff says, any suggestions on sites? The Jojies. Oh man. That's almost too good, but and it's very dad joke like, which is appropriate. Okay, so sorry, Jeff's asking sites to news for news related items. I watch Forex Factory just for scheduled news releases, but if you're wanting actual like a Squawk Box for you know, hot news items that are kind of coming out, Trade Exchange is a paid service that I know about. I don't know if anyone has any free ones that are really good. I think someone mentioned one a while back. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, Trader Exchange is the big one, paid service, and it's really good from what I understand. I don't have it, but I have friends that use it, and it has a lot of good stuff that comes out. You can understand big impulsive movements. Continuing higher here. Want the top of the channel to hold. I don't want to see an overshoot because I hate overshoots. Jeff is asking, have I found any correlation in your trading strategy to high impact news items? No, that's a hard no. I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make, is trying to trade the news. You need to be aware of scheduled releases, and of course there's going to be things that hit the markets randomly that will impact price. However, prices still behave in a consistent manner, even in high impact news. Still see trends develop. You'll still see them play out with breaks and new extremes. So yeah, I don't think you have to be too worried about news. Just watch the charts. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Man, this is just such a beautiful move up, isn't it? If we can keep this up, this is going to be a nice looking day. You just thought of a new name for your trading group. I want to hear it. I already know it's gonna be gold. Bet trading. Bet trading. Better adding. Better at interesting. There's layers to this. Donator. The donating trading group. The Red Cross. Red Cross trading group. Yeah, Saif, let's just coordinate. You know, when I'm about to buy, you can sell me your positions and vice versa. I think that, you know, that'd be a good deal we could set up. The NAS not dropping with the S&P here. Just kind of consolidating. So either it's all of a sudden going to have an impulsive, violent drop down, or this is some strength that when the S&P goes back up, the Nasdaq's going to skyrocket. And it's the former. All right, so we are getting a move down on the Nasdaq. I don't feel confident in this channel to take a long here, although it's very tempting. I feel a bit better about it on the S&P. Yeah, I think we might be in for a stronger correction here. I'm going to hold off on buying. This is a long move, and especially, you know, you had this piece here after we had already been going for an hour and a half. You have this impulsive straight up and down move off the news and kind of a rounded top. That's you're just not going to see the market continue up in that direction for a long time. So I think we could see maybe even 2 legs of correction here, something like this, before we continue higher. So yeah, I'm going to hold off here, as tempting as it is to buy, maybe in for a bigger move. And of course, I'm going to be kicking myself if the market just rallies up to a new high right here. But it is what it is. Rather be safe than sorry. Hop over to the daily chart. Still looking good. If we can close above that EMA, that would be positive. Here's the 10,000 tick. This wider channel could certainly work, and that's what we have drawn on the 2000. Hey, Carlos says, hi, Joe, where can I learn the theory? You're in the right place, my friend. You're in the right place. I will be making some videos explaining my strategy, but honestly, like, there's not really much to it. So yeah, I mean, if you're just tuning into the live streams, you got it, and I can explain it in about 2 seconds. I'm looking for trend continuation, so if I see a confirmed trend, then I'm looking for a pullback to the 21 EMA, and I'm buying. If it's an uptrend, downtrend, same thing. Confirmed downtrend, looking for a pullback to the 21 EMA, and I'm selling. Targeting the swing low or swing high, setting a 1-to-1 stop, and calling it good. Of course, there's some nuances with just trade management. So I am like moving up my stop if it goes in my favor. But sizing so that all my risk is essentially the same. Oh, the other setup. So that's a trend setup. The other setup is a range. You have a confirmed range. Buy the low of the range, sell the high of the range. Target the other side, 1-to-1 risk. There you go. Like that's what I'm doing in a nutshell. Super simple. Chess is asking, how many screens do I have? I have 4 monitors, and then my laptop, which is the primary, so 5 altogether. You know, 23 is child's play, Matt. I started on 23. I'm now up to 48 and a half. That's when you know you're a real trader. Saif is asking chart settings on the Nasdaq. I use the 1500 tick chart because it approximates the 2000 tick on the S&P. They look about the same depending on volatility and volume. It can be anywhere from like the 30-second to 1-minute chart, roughly correlated. We are stalling out here again, man. I am just really tempted to buy here. But I think it is highly possible that we can get a second leg. I think I'm going to wait for a new low of this downtrend if it comes, and then I'll buy. Move down is pretty significant. I think you get another leg down. And if we get into there, I think I'll buy, aiming for a new high. That's my plan. That's what I'm doing. Was very tempted to buy this just right in here. Move down, kind of congestion, not getting a lot of momentum to the downside. Buy in there, target the high, and that might have just as good of a chance of working out as if I wait for a new low, but it's gone too high now. I don't like chasing this. Back to the conversation of the screens. I will say that you don't need all those screens, honestly. when I'm on the road, I often will have just one screen, just my laptop, and I just, you know, make everything a little bit smaller. I could do everything that I'm doing on 2 screens easily. So yeah, but it's, you know, it's a luxury. I'm in my home office. I can really have everything really big, so I don't have to squint, and do a lot of different stuff. I mean 49 and a half screens. Sorry, Matt. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, and you know what? It's kind of nice to be able to to have the simplicity of like, hey, I'm just on one screen right now. And when I do that, I usually just trade one instrument. That is the hard piece about having less screens is, you know, you can't watch a bunch of tickers at the same time with the same level of detail. I'll usually, like, you know, if I'm just on one screen, it's like, okay, I'm just trading the S&P today. Try it sometime, Chess. You might find it liberating. Break away from the shackles of the multiple screens. That's Tim Sykes' whole thing, huh? Just like trading on a laptop everywhere. So shoot, I can't make that my own. It's already taken. Dang, here we go to a new high, guys. What did I tell you? The Nasdaq's already making it. Perfectly on the Nasdaq. This is again right in the area where it's like, gosh, I want to buy this. And here we are. We're nearly at a new high. Matt does charting and trading on his Fitbit. That would be so funny. I love that. Hold on, guys. Got a second entry long. So I will not buy the Nasdaq anymore. It already worked itself way too high. I really want to get in on, yeah, don't want to see it nearly make a new high. This is pretty much a double top, so I'm not going to buy there. The ES is still a possibility. Like I mentioned before, we could get 2 legs, and if we get that, I don't know if I can lower my position size enough to try that move. Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, if we get 2 legs, I think I'll be a buyer. Calling it out right now. Around, I mean, assuming that we continue down from here and don't make another swing high, around 4742. Mark, good morning, welcome. The indicator in yellow, as you can read below in the description, is the 21 period exponential moving average. Oh, the drawing? It's not an indicator, it's just a drawing tool that I got from priceactiontoolbar.com. It's a measured move, so it perfectly measures one leg to the next one. So those are the same distance. Not standard in Ninja, unfortunately. And if you're, because the price action toolbar is a paid tool, but in Ninja, all I would do is do a line and then copy paste it. It's the same thing. So if you're wanting to measure a move, because the market moves in pairs of twos, and you will see this pattern over and over, that one leg will be the exact same size length as another leg. There you go, Mark. I don't know if it works on TradeStation. I think it's only a NinjaTrader. Yeah, NinjaTrader is the only platform that's supported. I'm going to mark that little level here so I don't have to do this drawing again. So this again is where I am interested in a buy. I'm just going to be watching the price action carefully though, because this could develop into a downtrend like so. So I want to see if it does come down to that level, I want to see this looking very weak and just kind of, you know, up, down, you know, something like this. Then I'm going to feel a lot better buying. The double bottoms, I think that's definitely tempting. I mean, even right now, be a pretty good area for a long, but with how well this moved down, I am kind of expecting a new low, so waiting for that. Chess is long. Good luck to you, Chess. The Nasdaq is so close to making a new high here. So Nasdaq has a new high, and it may start to correct and take the ES down with it. So I'd be watching for that. I'd be very cautious about the ES here. Yeah, see the Nasdaq is dropping, and it might continue higher. We'll see. But yeah, that trend is technically played out on the Nasdaq. We'll see if it has any impact. Cool. Well, that wide downtrend didn't appear, but now unfortunately it's gone too high for me to be a buyer. This really was the chance. Was just trusting the momentum and buying down here. I just should have tried that, but it's all right. It's all right. I already got 2-0 on the day, so I'm not tripping. Hey, thanks, Mike. Appreciate the support. And along those lines, Apex did announce it will be 71% off for the rest of the month. So it's still a great deal. Nearly the same price as the 80%, and half off resets. So that's a big one, especially if you have some of those larger accounts. It's cheaper to get a half off reset on like 300k than it is to do a 90% off a 300k. So yeah, don't sleep on that. That's actually a really good deal. You figure out the math, but it's $40 to reset an account. So if you need to, in the unfortunate circumstance in which you might need to reset an account, that is available. And you don't even need a code for it. It's just automatically applied at checkout. Good question, Mike. If you bust an account, it resets after a month. If you do a paid reset before that, will it charge you again after the initial month or the reset month? The initial month. So if I buy an account on January 1st and then I reset it on January 5th, today, I will still be billed the monthly fee on February 1st. But yeah, it's really good, especially if you know, like, it occurs shortly after you purchase the account, or there's still like plenty of month left where you know that, I could probably pass in the next couple of weeks. That's when I would do it. I wouldn't do a reset like right before the your plan renews or anything. Chess is asking, have I read The Best Loser Wins? I have not. I'm very familiar with Tom Hogard, heard a lot of his stuff, so I know a lot of the concepts that are in the book, but I've never actually read the book itself, so on my list for sure. Hey, Ian. I have the book, but haven't read it yet. Yeah, I can relate to that. I have all sorts of books I haven't read. How long have I been trading Pats? I've been trading Pats for the last 2 years now. Ian. Actually, maybe even longer than that. Yeah, there's no, for sure, it's not a book about trading strategies, it's a book about trading psychology. I really like to, along those lines, if you guys haven't read The Mental Game of Trading by Jared, what's his last name? Jared Tendler, it's something like that. Jared Tendler, Jared T. Yeah, Jared Tendler. The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. It's fantastic. That is one that I actually have read. There's a lot of practical advice in there too. And of course, the classic, the Bible of trading psychology, if you will, Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas. Fantastic read. And if you don't want to read an entire book, You don't want to read the entire book of Trading in the Zone. Mark Douglas has a YouTube series that basically covers the book, really, in essence, and it's a couple hours. Like, I think it's about 2 hours in total if you're gonna watch it all, but you know, throw it on 2 times speed on YouTube and knock through it. It's well worth your time. Well worth your time. You're right. The Nasdaq is starting to drop after that new extreme, and the S&P is looking relatively weak compared to the Nas. Didn't even really get close to a new high here. Yeah, Toad. The videos are definitely coherent. They're very systematic. Let me see if I can find a link to the ones I am specifically talking about. There's a few of them, honestly. This one's pretty good. Let me see if I can share this. There's that Mark Douglas series. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Should be like a must watch if you're gonna think about trading, about getting into trading. Well, guys, guys, blah, 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 blah. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Just notice we got like 40, almost 50 people in here. Only 12 likes. What's the deal, man? Come on. You're appreciating the content. Show a little support. That'd help me out for sure. And if you're not subscribed, I mean, come on. Subscribe to the channel. Still gradually working up on the S&P. Chess, are you still in this thing? I know your target was 58. You still hold steady over there? All right. Looking on the Nasdaq, we might have a nice looking secondary channel here. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I don't think there's any other way to draw this channel on the Nasdaq. Later, Mike. Have a good one. Jeff, good question. Absolutely. Have I learned a lot about myself since starting to trade? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you're serious about trading, you will be faced with yourself. All your flaws will come to the surface. If you're impatient or impulsive, or undisciplined, it is all going to show, and you're gonna have to take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. So yeah. Nice trade, Toad. Good work. Oh yeah, Saif. Careful on the Nasdaq if you've never traded that. Please, please, please start out in Sim. It moves very different. I mean, the chart looks the same, but the actual bars move very differently than the S&P. They're a lot quicker to form. They move, you know, there's sudden bursts. And it's very, you know, it's live by the sword, die by the sword kind of deal. Like when the Nasdaq is on, and it's nice. It's nice because you're gonna usually hit your targets really fast, but if you get a bad read, you're also gonna hit your stops really fast. Two-point stop loss. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. No, your stop loss has to be at least like 10 points on the Nas. 2 points is like, might as well be a tick. All right, later, Thomas. See you, Toad. Take care, guys. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so somewhat tempted by taking a long on the Nasdaq here, but it is coming off the secondary channel. Had to redraw, and there's a lot of space up in here. So now that I'm talking about it out loud, I don't think I'm actually gonna take a long. I want something really clear. To me, this could go either way. And the S&P has gone way too far up. to consider an entry here. I mean, if we get a second entry long, I could take that. But as far as like a large swing, my new strategy, that's pretty much out. Cold winter. Hello, hello. Welcome. Good to have you here. Am I going to do live streaming every trading day? Yes, sir. I'm here. Pending, of course, sickness and family emergencies and things like that. What is the size of my Apex account? Thanks. I have several funded accounts that are of varying sizes, mostly 50K and 300K. And then the current, what do you call it? Evaluation I'm trading is a 50K. Kind of always have one of those going just for fun. All right, Nas is testing this channel. I kind of expecting the market to roll over on the Nas. This is a redrawing of a previous channel. The previous one already had to break a new high. Each bullish push is getting weaker and weaker. We're kind of curving over like this. That's often when you see this kind of pattern. Very technical, very technical. Takes years to study this stuff. And the S&P, man, it just has not created a new high. And there is a second entry long on the Nas too. Ian, good question. Why did I decide to live stream for free? There are so many other gurus charging for their programs and live streaming. Pretty awesome of you to help others in this way, Joe. Thank you. Thank you. To be completely honest, I probably will charge at some point for something. I think there's always going to be a free component, and YouTube will probably be that. But yeah, I mean, eventually there's a couple reasons why I started. One, I think it's fun, honestly. Like I'm a teacher. In my previous professional life as a teacher, I really enjoy interacting with others, teaching, even helping others like understand things. So it's really fun. Like, you know, if you're just trading, it's just you in front of a screen. I don't want to have no human interaction all day. So yeah, that I really do enjoy that. And then there is like obviously anyone who is, there has to be also some sort of incentive financially, right? I'm not making any money off YouTube, believe me, but someday I might, right? And that's okay. I want to be compensated for my time at some level eventually. So yeah, I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like, but there always will be a free, I can assure you that. There always will be a free component, and probably like limited hours, kind of like what I'm doing now, trading in the morning. One more year. I like that, Saif. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I want to be transparent about that. Anyone who says like, man, I'm just only doing this for the love, I mean, I don't know. But that, to me, that is a huge component, because again, like, otherwise it's just me and a screen, and when I'm waiting for a trade, what am I gonna do? You know? Watch YouTube videos. That's great. That's great for a little bit. So anyway, hope that helps. There's a nice second entry long on the Nas. Just felt a little too high up to take it, but there it is. If you were believing in this bull trend, that was Classic. 2 legs, beautiful 2 legs back, nice bullish signal bar right on the EMA and trend line. How many ticks is a point in the Nasdaq? It's the same, Saif, and on the Nas as the ES. 4 ticks is a point. But I'm sure, as you know from trading the Nasdaq, it moves differently, right? So I would look at the ATR. That will help you figure out what an appropriate like target and stop will be. Like currently the ATR on the Nasdaq is 11. It's 2 on the S&P, so that gives you an idea of the average move of a Nasdaq candle versus an S&P candle. All right, folks. Well, I'm not seeing anything immediate. My plan for the day is stay long. This is not, if you're ever in doubt, zoom out. This is not a market that you want to try to short unless we get something like this. Unless there's something like this that comes all the way down into here, then we can consider shorting. But other, little moves down in here, don't even worry about that. Look for opportunities to go long. Same on the Nas. I do not think that we are going to get a major market reversal today. Of course, it could happen, but I'm not anticipating that. I would imagine any corrections will eventually be bought up and will continue higher. So be on the lookout for that. Look for opportunities. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It has been a blast as always. Really appreciate the participation in the chat as well. Makes it fun. I don't want to just talk to myself. So yeah, have a great day, everybody. Great weekend too, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care.